Welcome to Digimasters Shorts. We are your hosts, Adam Nagus
and Carly Wilson, delivering the latest scoop from the digital realm.
Chinese AI startup DeepSeek is expected to launch its next-generation AI model, V4, in mid-February, according to people familiar with the matter. The upcoming model is said to feature strong coding capabilities based on internal testing by DeepSeek employees. Those tests suggested V4 could outperform competing models from Anthropic and OpenAI in coding tasks. The model has also shown breakthroughs in handling extremely long coding prompts, which could benefit developers working on complex software. The report could not be independently verified, and DeepSeek did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Based in Hangzhou, DeepSeek has become a prominent player in China's effort to build a domestic AI ecosystem and strengthen its chip industry. The company has drawn global attention after praise from Silicon Valley executives for its previous V3 and R1 models. However, the startup has also faced scrutiny in some countries over concerns related to security and privacy practices.
More than 100 newly unsealed documents from Elon Musk's lawsuit against OpenAI and CEO Sam Altman reveal private texts, emails, and diary entries from some of Silicon Valley's most powerful figures. The records shed light on internal debates over OpenAI's mission, including Musk's claim that executives misled him as the company shifted from a non-profit model toward profit after he donated $38 million at its founding. OpenAI denies the allegations, calling the lawsuit baseless, while a federal judge has now ruled there is enough evidence for a jury to consider the claims at a trial scheduled for March. Personal diary entries from co-founder Greg Brockman show candid reflections on power, personal ambition, and the risks of breaking ties with Musk. The documents also reveal sharp warnings from Musk, who wrote in 2018 that OpenAI faced failure without dramatic action and later left the board citing conflicts with Tesla's AI work. Previously unseen messages highlight Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella's behind-the-scenes involvement, including investments, late-night texts, and an unpublished AI book project. Internal communications detail Microsoft's pivotal role during Sam Altman's brief ouster in 2023, when hundreds of employees threatened to leave unless he was reinstated. Together, the disclosures paint a picture of clashing egos, competing visions, and high-stakes decisions shaping the future of artificial intelligence. Elon Musk's Grok artificial intelligence model appears to have been partially restricted amid mounting backlash over non-consensual sexualized images. On Musk's social media platform X, Grok's image generation features were limited to paying customers and largely stopped producing sexualized images of identifiable people. The change followed days in which Grok had been used to generate thousands of sexualized images per hour, often targeting women without consent. However, the standalone Grok app and website continued to comply with requests to digitally undress people or place them into revealing outfits, according to testing by NBC News. Neither Musk nor X has publicly explained the scope of the changes, though both previously warned that illegal content could trigger bans and law enforcement cooperation. The controversy has drawn scrutiny from regulators and political leaders in the United Kingdom, Europe, India, and the United States. Britain's Prime Minister called the images disgraceful, while regulators said they were urgently assessing whether X and XAI met their legal duties. US lawmakers from both parties cited new federal laws aimed at combating AI-generated non-consensual pornography and urged X to act immediately. The episode has intensified concerns that rapidly evolving AI tools are outpacing safeguards designed to protect privacy, dignity, and child safety.
Larian Studios CEO Swen Vinke has clarified how the studio plans to use generative AI while developing its next game, Divinity. In a Reddit AMA held after recent backlash, Vinke said Larian will no longer use generative AI tools during the concept art phase to avoid confusion about artistic authorship. He walked back earlier comments that suggested AI could help generate visual references, noting that even exploratory use raised concerns among fans. Vinke did, however, leave the door open to generative AI appearing in the finished game under strict conditions. Any AI-generated assets would only be used if Larian is completely certain the training data came from material the studio owns and from creators who gave consent. He emphasized that the goal of experimenting with AI across departments is to speed up iteration and improve gameplay quality, not to replace human developers or cut staff. The revised stance directly addresses criticism that generative AI exploits artists or relies on unlicensed data. While Larian's approach may sidestep some ethical concerns, it confirms that Divinity could still include AI-assisted content created entirely from the studio's own assets.
Thank you for listening to today's AI and Tech News Podcast summary. Please do leave us a comment, and for additional feedback, please email us at podcast@digimasters.co.uk. You can now follow us on Instagram and Threads by searching for @Digimaster Shorts or search for Digimasters on LinkedIn. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, and don't forget to follow or subscribe.